Good afternoon, everybody. I am in my greenhouse today, which is, what's the temperature? It's just over 20 degrees, just over 70 degrees. And it's been, the other day it was like 100 in here. So I've got all my seeds so far, all the seeds that I want started. Where should I, some of these I planted April what did I plant these? Whoop, oh geez. April the 9th, and there's only sporadic germination, and I suspect it's because it's been fairly cloudy and rainy, so hopefully they'll all start to cooperate soon, because I'd like to sell some of these. That's the idea anyway. So I use Pro Mix. That's what I've always used to grow my seeds in. That's what my papa used, and he was a master gardener, and so was my Nana. So they always use Pro Mix. So this is what I decided to use. I also mix in this stuff called Stormcast, which is seaweed. So these people collect seaweed that's been tossed up on the shore, and they take it to their house and they dry it all in their front yard. And then they I guess they sort of, it's not really pasteurizing, but they heat it so it doesn't even smell like seaweed. And as you can see, oh, if I can get my hand in here, hold on. It looks just like soil. Not dirt, it looks like soil. So you get all kinds of like sea creatures, like snails and stuff that might have gotten stuck in there. So lots of good stuff for your garden. So I put like, I mix it in with my potting mix, so I just throw a scoopful in this, which is an old enamel sink that Mike got out of a cottage for me. And that's my potting, where I do my potting stuff there. And then my second big tip that I use is this cinnamon, which is, this is Costco's brand. This is really cheap. I sprinkle a bit of this on the soil every so often, and it seems to really help with damp off, that's the name of something, dampening, which is when your little seeds will come up and then they just sort of shrivel up and die. It's like a fungus, so it helps with fungus and stuff like that. So what have I got growing in here? Ouch, paper cut. So in here, I think there's some little teeny tiny, right there. That is American, okay, there's no way that those are, I guess those are leeks. I don't know. Maybe I've mixed them up. I didn't think they'd have, I thought they would come up looking like onions. Okay, guess that will be a mystery. Maybe I've mislabeled that. These are cucumbers, tasty green cucumber, which is an English cucumber, and of course it needs to be supported outside on a trellis, and you can either plant them outside or inside. I prefer to start mine inside, but you have to desperately make sure that these guys are hardened off when they go outside. No frost whatsoever, or they will not be happy. These things are, I've never grown before, nothing's happening here. They're called cucamelons. And they're like a little tiny thing that's a cross between a cucumber and like a watermelon. It looks like a baby watermelon. So I'm interested to see if those will grow and how they'll do. These are dahlias that are grown from seed. I've only seen them grown from like corbs or bulbs or whatever, tubers. There we go. And so I don't know how these, they seem to be starting to come up more than anything else. So hopefully they will do well. And then, let's see, over here is what I suspect might be my leeks there. I don't know, there. See that little tiny blade coming up there? Anyway, but then there's other plants in there. So I have this labeled as Cleome. So maybe a renegade leek seed got in there. I don't know. And then that in there is Lobelia, which is a teeny weeny little flower, all different colors. You see them in hanging baskets all the time. That's what that one is. This is Scabiosa. Scabiosa is kind of a purpley flower. Hard to describe what it looks like. Really pretty though. And then here I have some geraniums, which I usually grow from, cuttings. I take cuttings in the fall, or I bring my geraniums in the fall and then take cuttings at this time of the year and grow them. But they got frozen in the frost last year and I didn't do that. So I'm going to try and grow some from seed. There's some more of those geraniums. These are petunias. They're very tiny. And the seeds, they come on this little tiny vial. It's crazy. These are Oregon State University blue. They're like a beefsteak type tomato. So they're bigger. They have they turn red underneath, but they have blue shoulders at the top. So I thought that would be kind of cool to try. And they climb like crazy apparently. So those should be kind of cool. And over this side, up here we have enough. Oh, there's one. I don't know. I can't see it from down here. I'm not even, there he is. Okay, so those are blueberry cherry tomatoes. I grew those last year. There was billions of them. So they start out blue and they turn red when they're ripe. Really cool. And they're really good too. And so these are some more of the blueberry tomatoes right here. And they grow like really tall. Need to be staked. This is parsley, which should be grown outside, but heck, I'll try it inside. Lots to look at, isn't it? In a couple of weeks, trip over the heater. I have to keep a heater on here at night because it's not, this is very drafty. As you can see by all the, we built it with old windows and stuff, old chippy paint and stuff. So these are Golden Queen or Jubilee tomatoes, and they're like an orangey red. Orangey red, oh, I'm so tired today. Orangey yellow. They have low acid, so they're really good if you have any kind of stomach issue, and they're really super good, and they're like a bigger tomato. They're not a cherry tomato. Here we have Calendula, which I like to grow because I take the petals and I make them, I dry them and I make them into salves and skin balms and things like that. Over here, there's some more tomatoes. Down here, what is that? Oh, okay, nothing coming up yet. Snapdragons. And more snapdragons. I love snapdragons. These are nasturtiums that I grew and kept the seeds, so we'll see how they do. They were pretty dried out, so we'll see. Nasturtiums. What is this? Foxgloves. I don't think I have one single foxglove coming up. Their seeds are so stinking tiny. And foxgloves is where you get the drug digitalis from, which is a heart drug. So of course it is poisonous, so you want to be careful growing that. This is butterfly flower, and it's not the tall spiky purple ones. It's like the milkweed flower. And they're an older seed, and I haven't had anything come up yet, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. This is going to be Majestic Mixture. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. That other one was marigolds. Okay. Marigolds down there. Snapdragons here. And then this is doing really well. These are Strawflowers, which I grew last year. And the flower grows. As soon as it grows, as soon as it's sort of open, just open wide enough, if you want to keep them, you pick them, and they're dry instantly, so you just keep them separate for a while so that they will not touch each other and get fungus or anything. And then when they're dry, you can make them into stuff. I keep mine in jars. And if you want to leave them in the garden, they grow about as tall, well, I don't know, they grow either up to my shoulders, so about 4 feet, I guess, and 3 to 4 feet, and they branch out, and you can leave them to reseed themselves in your garden. So we'll see how that works this year, because I did reseed some. And then there's lots of branches and stuff down out here from our storms. We've had a lot of damage this year. And there's my honeysuckle over there fallen down. So hopefully we'll be able to get him out of there and he'll still be happy because I brought him from Ontario. So anyway, so that's about it for the greenhouse. So hopefully in a few days to a week or so, there'll be more stuff coming up and it'll be more encouraging. Oh yeah, down there, horse chestnuts. I found those guys growing in somebody's, whatchamacallit, boulevard at their house when I was doing Yellow Pages, and they were rooting or setting out a shoot. So I brought them home, kept them outside, and then put them in here. So we'll see what happens with those. I have more in the fridge that I'm going to plant as well. So that's about it for this update. Once there's more stuff outside, I'll update you on the vegetable or the gardens, and I haven't even gotten into the vegetable garden yet. So yeah. So anyway, my lilies are coming back up. As long as the deer stay away from them, I'll be happy. So that's it for me, and I hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
What a yucky day.
It's very yucky.
Very yucky.
But we need the rain.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be nice though. Yeah.
And then yucky again. And then nice again.